Star Wars draws people in because it is a forever story. It's a simple story of the schoolboy who's dreaming about doing other things. Except for this schoolboy actually gets the opportunity. He gets to become the hero.
I think part of the reason why it has the universal appeal is because it is a classic quest story. It was easy to get on board with those characters and follow them.
You get a smuggler who's working together with a princess, who's working together with a farm boy, who's walking around with a giant carpet. Wookiee.
When I talk about cosplay, what that means is something similar to costuming. The three main Star Wars costuming groups are the 501st, which is all the bad guys, the Rebel Legion, which is all the good guys, and then us, the Mandalorian mercs. We get to bring in our own personal creativity to the club and to the Star Wars universe to some extent.
Radio check. Yep, still loud and annoying.
I'm part of the 501st, a cosplayer who loves to bring smiles to people's faces. I've always been a Star Wars fan. As a kid, I've always wanted to be a stormtrooper. I never thought it would actually happen.
I graduated from college with a degree in English creative writing, and I have a minor in studio art. So I paint and I draw and I write. I also really love sci-fi because it has a tendency to sort of fuel what is possible in the future. And I have always wanted to be an astronaut. So really being with the Mercs is like a great intersection of a lot of things that I really enjoy. The Mandalorian Mercs are a group of people who costume as Mandalorians. If you've ever seen Star Wars before, you should either know who Boba Fett is or Jango Fett, and the Mandalorians are their people. A lot of us make our own costumes from scratch. There's always changes with our costumes, or our kits as we like to call them. I am revamping my current kit in aluminum, and I have all the things to make and pound out my own metal plates, which has been super duper fun. I totally love it.
Actually, I'm a mechanic, factory-focused lead at a bottling manufacturer that makes bottled water. I was a coach for 10 years, coaching my kids' sports, and, spending time with the family, doing stuff, getting yelled at by the wife for spending money on Star Wars. I've actually been relatively new to cosplay. I'm less than a year into this. The first time I saw on television that are actually adults dressing up in stormtrooper outfits, and it's like, oh my God, I can do that? I can do that? Sign me up.
It's really fun to get into character when you are costuming. That's one thing that I really enjoy about being in the club is when you have the helmet on, nobody necessarily knows who you are, and you can kind of be somebody else. For someone who is kind of shy sometimes, it's kind of a nice opportunity to explore who you could be as somebody else, kind of.
All the Imperials go to the next yard, all the Rebels stay here because you're with the trash just like you are. Move along, people, move along. Nothing to see here, nothing to see. Guess what, I'm getting on this side of the road because I go against the rules. High five, y'all. Y'all got this.
The true mission of the 501st is to be charitable and giving of our time to put smiles on people's face and help them forget about maybe some pains they're having.
This is a fun run.
This is a fun run?
One of the ways that we help anyone wanting to join is by hosting armor parties. The cool thing about this place is that they have tools that we can rent, so we can have the opportunity to get a lot of stuff done. This is my new happy place. Can I never leave here, ever? We made an entire set of chest pieces and shoulder plates for a father and son, because we got the stuff and it's kind of why we're here, so.
Nice. 6. Good. Yep. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6
It was really nice to meet some new people that just kind of came in and visited. And we had like parents and children come by. It was fun to see them running around with these 2 big helmets on.
Ow. Pink and white, fight cancer! Pink and white, fight cancer!
I have hair again, and I'm really glad to have hair.
What's your secret? Because I'm losing mine. It does slim me. I mean, I'm actually, you take this thing out and I'm like, good job of the Hutt. Just falls out of there.
Well, obviously I'm a geek because I dress up in a plastic spaceman suit. But I got into this because, you know, you get to help people. I mean, you get to put smiles in kids' faces. There are kids that are really, really sick that need those smiles. There's adults that are really, really sick that need those smiles.
Earlier in the year, we had an event we went through, and it was about a 7-hour trip. We went through every nurse's station. Well, a couple of the stations were in the critical care units, and there were adults. They're not children, but these were adults who were on their, last legs. And, kind of glad sometimes you got a helmet on.
Anyone can become a Mandalorian. We don't really care where you came from because we choose to be a part of each other's family. There's no real expectation to live up to or anything like that. So it's really fun to be able to kind of try out new different parts of my personality that maybe don't necessarily come out in everyday life.
When I'm in a costume, I'm me. I enjoy who I am, what I am, when I do it. The 501st seems to be more of an organization that helps people, while my wife does say I'm a narcissist, and that's why I've done 60 events so far this year. I'd like to think that it's also because I'm a narcissist with a heart. Everywhere you go, in every movie, they try to recreate good and evil. George Lucas and Alan Ladd Jr. took it one step further and made a wonderful franchise that has touched the hearts of many, many millions of people and continues to this day.